What's up guys, today I'm gonna create a custom app that counts calories from images. It's really, for me, customizable. I'm gonna use it every day. You're gonna see how it goes step by step. This is something that I'm gonna use myself every day, and I don't wanna pay a subscription fee, so I'm gonna build it myself. So the first thing that you're gonna do is go to ChatGPT, because we need a perfect prompt for a perfect app. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to create a perfect prompt. So this is my prompt. So I'm asking it to create a prompt for Bolt.new, and the app is going to be a calorie counter which counts calories and macros based on the image given. So you can give the image, you can take the image, snap it, or then upload it. And then the calorie counter has also a sign-in window which then saves the user information. So we're going a bit next level here. So when you sign in, you see your historical data, and then you can also see based on the month how much calories you have consumed that day, and also the breakdown of macros. So the app should be visually appealing and a good user interface, and user experience is really important. So let's see what ChatGPT gives us now as a prompt. Well, the first thing I notice is that SnapCal is not an ideal name, and I think that one also already might exist already. So we need to think about something else here. Another name for the app. Other than that, it looks good. There's the user authentication that I requested. Then there's the image-based calorie detection. Yeah, daily log and calorie view. The user interface should be visually appealing, and of course smooth user experience. And then there's some bonus features that I didn't request, but really good. So set macro or calorie goals, and then show the progress, and add badges and streaks for engagement. This is perfect. So there is a gamification element there too. Or actually, let's start smaller, because then we can add more features later, but I do want the calorie and macro goals. Add these features. We can go with the gamification later. So I'm just gonna ask it to generate like 10 names for the app. Bite track might be the one. Anything without snap. I don't like the word snap. Something related to macaroni. No, now this is going to another direction. Something including PT. Lean PT. That could be. Probably gonna go with that one. Let's see if the domain is available. Of course it's not. Eatlean.com. Leantrack.com. All of these are reserved, so ptmacro.com. Hey, this might be it. ptmacro.com. I think we found it. Let's just see that. Is it available? Yes, ptmacro.com is available. Great. I'm going with PT macro. Regenerate the prompt. I'm excited. Okay, let's go with this prompt. I'm happy with it. Now we go to Bolt.new. This is my favorite no-code app builder. There are others too. I've tried others too, but this is the one like for, everyday apps. This is the best one in my opinion. There might be other ones for, website design or even game building, but this one is good for like these, basic apps. I'm going to start with a direct prompt in Bolt.new. Normally, I've also used ChatGPT to generate the prompt, but I'm going to start small. I'm going to start with small functionalities and then add more in, instead of having a big, list of functionalities, which Bolt.new doesn't handle that well. Okay, so here we have it. we have this Bolt.new, my favorite no-code development app. So we're going to start with a small prompt. I know that I did a really, I made ChatGPT generate a really long prompt, but that's just for us to, plan out the development of the app. We don't want to add all of it in Bolt.new because Bolt.new doesn't handle that well. It's going to try to do everything at once and there's going to be so many bugs and errors. So let's start small and build on top of that. So let's go with a really simple prompt. So we have the name here. So I have a really simple prompt that I'm going to start with. So I want to build an app that analyzes uploaded or captured image and counts calories and macros based off the image. The app is called PT Macro. So we already know the name of the app. We have decided on that. PT Macro is good. So let's go with this prompt. And now it's going to start building. This is so cool when you see it building in real time. You see all of these files and then it tells you what it did. So there's a clean UI, PT Macro, and then there's two options. There's the upload image and take a photo. So this is perfect. This is what we can build on top of. So let's see if this works. It shouldn't work because it's not connected to OpenAI yet. It's not connected to the API. But there is this functionality here, but we just have to make sure that it works now. Let's try and take the photo. Yes, it's asking the right question. It's asking for our device's permission. And the camera doesn't work. Oh yeah, the camera shouldn't work because I'm not using the camera for recording this video. That's true. But if we upload an image, let's see if the image upload works. Can we even drag and drop? Let's try and drag and drop an image. Let's maybe take this image. Oh, no, no drag and drop. Okay, let's try and upload an image. Let's use this one. Let's use an image of a salad. Boom, got it. So there's like 450 calories, 20 gram protein, 55 gram carbs, and 15 gram fat. I do also want the name of the meal so that it analyzes the name of the meal. And I'm a bit surprised, like I haven't connected it to an API. How does it know this? So currently the analysis is simulated with mock data. To make this fully functional, you'll need to implement an actual image analysis using computer vision API. Okay, got it. Maybe we can try another image too. I think it's gonna give you the same results. So it looks really good. Yeah, the same results here because it's simulated data. So now what we need to do is that we need to connect it to ChatGPT OpenAI API. Now connect it to OpenAI API. So now it's going to build this connection to OpenAI API for image analysis. So yeah, it's adding the OpenAI integration and it's going to ask me to also like add a API key. Well, yeah, so there's the first problem. So yeah, we need to add that API key. So with OpenAI API key, I can make a separate video on that, but initially it just means that you go to your OpenAI API platform and then you just log in with your credentials, create a new secret key here, and then you're gonna create, I already have one for PT Macro created, so you just create your own key here. Another thing that Bolt.new kind of struggles with is the new models, well, fairly new models of OpenAI. So it always tries to use this for vision to analyze images, even though the OpenAI 4.0 is the correct version. Now this one is deprecated. So even if you would add the API key here, you would get failed to read the image because this specific model is deprecated. So it should be either GPT 4.0 or GPT 4.0 mini. And what I've noticed with image analysis is that, especially with these kind of, food images and very basic analysis, is that the 4.0 mini is way better in terms of cost. So 4.0 cost is higher, way higher. I think it was probably 6 times higher than 4.0 mini. So 4.0 mini gives the same results. So we'll use 4.0 mini. So this is something that you need to ask it to change. So you need to ask it to use GPT 4.0 mini instead of GPT. So now it's going to change the connection and the instances. And the mentions that where it's for vision used, so it's going to use 4.0 mini instead. There is a model called GPT 4.0 mini. There is not a model called GPT 4 vision. I really love Bolt.new, even more than lovable, no pun intended, but this is just rookie stuff. They really need to fix this. Use GPT 4.0 mini instead of GPT for vision. Okay, so now what's happening is that it's still ignoring, or not ignoring, but it thinks I'm wrong and it's right. It's hallucinating so much that we need to manually override. So I said that this is no code. I'm going to develop this without any, code editing or whatsoever, but I just need to do this because it doesn't understand. So what's going to happen here, we're going to go to the app file, and then we're going to find the instance where it says for vision, and then we're just going to replace it with 4.0 mini. GPT 4.0 mini here, model GPT 4.0 mini, boom, and save. Now I want to improve the UI. I'm gonna add use dark mode with an option for light mode, improve UI, improve the logo. Boom. Let's see what it does. Okay, nice. This looks good. So you see there's the logo, nice logo. And then this camera works, great. Camera works. And then you have the dark mode and you have the light mode. Perfect. And then you can either take an image or then you can upload a photo. So let's see if this works. And also on the mobile you can flip the camera, so this is perfect. So let's see if this works. I can't take an image of myself because I'm not food. So let's upload an image of this tuna salad. Analyzing your food. Vegetable rice with boiled eggs. Oh, it's not tuna. What? Am I wrong? Let's check it out. So this is not tuna. Of course not. It's rice. Whoa, we know that our model works. This is nice. So nice. I thought that was tuna from, if I zoom out the image. Yeah, okay. So this is like 450 calories, 20-gram protein, mostly from the eggs and also from the rice because it's dark rice. And then 60 grams carbs. Yeah, it's just about right. And then 15 grams of fat. Mostly there might be some oil used, and then of course the egg yolk. Looks good. Nice. Let's try something else. Let's try something. Let's try like spaghetti. Let's try something Italian. Whole grain pasta with tomatoes and spinach. I'll show you the close-up image of this. So yeah, you see there's tomatoes, there's spinach, there's whole grain pasta. So around one plate, 350 calories, 12 grams of protein, mostly because of the cottage cheese, even though it didn't say cottage cheese here, just ran out of space. You can't have like whole too much in the title, but it looks good. 10 grams fat, 60 grams carbs. Looks just about right. Now let's look at something more protein heavy. Something like maybe let's look at these lamb chops. Looks like that. So 350 calories, 30 grams of protein, mostly this chunk of meat here. Not that much carbs, 20 grams. It might be seasoning, but also there's a bit of potatoes, I guess, or vegetables, and then 20 grams of fat. So yeah, looks just about right. Maybe overestimating the carbs, but it might be that there's like a sauce used where there's a lot of carbs, and also the veggies have some carbs in them. Hey, this looks good. This works as expected. So what I want to do now is that I want to have a stats page, or actually I want to create a calorie calculator. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to ask it to create a calorie calculator. So the reason why I want a calorie calculator is because, well, there's two things I want to do. I want these to be added to a database so that you can track that today you had these many calories, and then yesterday you had these many calories. And in addition to that, it will be good to have like this, ideal calories per day, so you can see and track like how much you have left per day. So create a simple calorie calculator which asks user basic questions such as, is height important? I guess so. Height, weight, and exercise, or as activity level. Okay, and then let's prompt this. We have here the settings page. So here is the calculate recommended calories. You add the weight and kilos. So let's say 70, and then you add the height, let's say 175, and then it asks you the age too, let's say 30, and then active, very active. And of course the goal is important too. So you want to maintain weight, you want to lose weight, or you want to gain weight. Let's see, does this work? For maintenance, 2,844 calories sounds about right. And it doesn't need to use a GPT, OpenAI for this. It doesn't need to use a LLM for this, because there is a fixed equation that can be used, and it has used it. That's very smart. This is really nice. So it uses this fixed equation to calculate, and then if you're very active, 2,844, but if you want to lose weight, 2,344. That sounds just about right. That is perfect. And then you can save the settings here. Then you have the weekly goal and the monthly goal. So weekly is just times 7 days, and monthly is times 30 days. This is great. Perfect. Now connect to a database. Or actually, no, I know, because if I try to connect to a database, then it will, try to create a sign-in page. Because so if you have data like this, you need to save data per user. Then you also have to have a user account. So what I'm going to ask it to create is create a sign in and a sign up page and connect to a database where you'll store food logs. So I want to have like this daily, weekly, or monthly view. So in a list or a calendar view. And then again, I also want an option to have add a food log manually, because if you forget to take an image, or if you don't just want to take an image, you can later manually add a log. And an option to, of course, remove. Option to edit or remove any food logs. So this is basically, if it gets this right, then we already have a really fully functional app, that we can ship, because this is basically everything that we need. So you have a sign-in functionality, you can sign up, and then you have these food logs. You can also, upload image, take an image, or enter it manually. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's prompt this. So there you go. This is it, the sign-in page. So I already have an account, so I'm just gonna sign in. But if you don't have an account, just like I prompted, so you can sign up here and you can create an account. There's also a CAPTCHA, a simple math, and then you can sign in. I'm going to sign in with my account. There you go. Boom. And then let's see, let's add this, for example. Let's add the image of the tuna. It wasn't tuna, but the rice and boiled eggs. So now it's telling me 450 calories, 20 grams. So, okay, there's some difference here in the calories, but yeah, let's fix that later. So yeah, here's the stats. So today I have tried out, hey, I'm almost done with my calories. So I added like 4 images today, and then the vegetable, hey, no, actually I was wrong. So it had the exact same macros here. So 450 calories, 450 calories. So I had 2 vegetable rice with boiled eggs, then the lamb chops, and then the whole grain pasta with tomatoes and spinach. And it looks good. 82 grams protein, 200 grams carbs, and 60 grams of fat. I'm still under my ideal calorie, which we determined by using the calorie calculator. And I can add a meal manually here. So I can say pizza with 1,000 calories, and then 40 grams of protein. Well, this math doesn't math anymore, but still I can add it here, which means I'm over my calories here now, 2,600, and then I have the pizza, and I can also remove it from the list, and I can remove any of this from the list. And then there's the calendar view also, and then there's the day, week, and month view. So this is great. I'm loving this. This is great. So yesterday we can also add, for example, the tacos, and then the calories 1,400, protein 80. Oh, tacos don't have that much protein, but let's just go with this. And then 80, 20, 20. There you go. And then that's it. Now it shows yesterday, and we can go edit that. And on the month, it shows the whole month. So we have 70,000 calories left to eat. So this is great. This is perfect. PT macro log food. I'm satisfied with this. I'm really happy with how this turned. So we can deploy from here. So we're gonna press deploy. Right, so we deploy, and then that's it, guys. That's it. We have our own product now. I have purchased a license for this. I have purchased a domain for this. So it's ptmacro.com. It's really easy to do it in Netlify. If you want me to create a video about that, I can do it, but it's really easy to create. You just purchase a domain. It's about 15-20 bucks for the whole year, and then you get this custom domain, a web app in your custom domain. Of course, you can also ship this to Google Play or App Store, but that's a longer process. So we're gonna go with the web app now. So go test it out. It's ptmacro.com, and it's using my tokens. So you can try it out, you can use it, but if there's too many users, so at some point I might need to add a paywall here. But for now, open doors, it's free. So test it out and let me know how it works, if there's anything else missing from this. So check it out and let me know. There it is, guys. So all the core functionalities here. You can log your food, you can take an image, you can flip the camera on mobile, you can upload an image, and then it analyzes it, uses 4.0 mini, so not that expensive. And then when it's analyzed your food, it tells the name of the food, calories, how many protein, carbs, and fat it has. It looks everything looks good, visual. Then it adds it to the summary, and you see how many calories you have left to eat for today. And then you can also edit the entries. You can delete something if you, for example, have a double entry, or if you didn't eat, if you were planning on eating something but you didn't eat it, or even if you're just testing out stuff, you can add a meal manually. And then you have the day view, the week view, the monthly view, and then you also have the calendar view. You can edit the historical data here too. And then you have the settings where you have the calorie calculator. So you can basically, it tells you the calories, ideal calories for you based on your weight, your height, your age, and the activity level. And of course the goal. So do you want to maintain weight, lose weight, or gain weight? So this is perfect. I'm loving this. So this is absolutely great. And I hope you like it too. There's the dark mode and light mode. So let me know what you think about this app, and what kind of app should I develop next, or how should I develop this app further. Let me know in the comments. And then check this video out where I'm developing a trading app. See you in the next video.